Hi Trinut, so what I thought I'd do is just give you a little bit of a rundown of the Noosa Tri. As you can see by my hat here, competed in it last week and just thought I'd give you a bit of a race rundown. So 35 years it's been going for. It's an awesome triathlon and here are a few tips for you. Number one, certainly worth booking early. It gets very busy and booked up real quick, the Noosa Triathlon. I think they sold out in 24 hours last year, so you need to get in early. Number two, I would certainly recommend staying close to Hastings Street, or as close as you can, because it's an early start in the morning with check-in to transition. And if you can walk there, or if it's a close distance, it will just make your life so much easier. I had to stay quite a far way out in Lake Weber, and that was a bit of a pain, sort of 30-minute drive. So the closer you can stay, certainly the better. Number three, so the course itself, beautiful course. The swim course is, because of the warmth, it's often a non-wetsuit swim, so just bear that in mind. And also the boys are quite fast, but they're quite spaced out. So you're going to have to get your sighting, so make sure you've been practicing your sighting when you've been doing your ocean water swimming. In terms of the bike course, it's pretty straightforward. There is a hill, Garmin Hill they call it. It's not that steep, but it takes a little bit out of you. But the bike course, other than the hill, that hill is fairly straightforward really. It's an out and back, and it's just one loop. Just to be careful as you come back into Noosa itself. For the last 5-10k, you're going around a series of roundabouts. I wore a disc. It wasn't too windy at the time, or I had a disc on the bike. It wasn't too windy, so a lot of people were either doing that. Some were having 808 and a 606 on the front, or two 808s, but you can certainly use the deep dishes. And then really the run, so the final part of the run, make sure that you've drunk lots of fluid and you really stacked up on that the night before and the morning as well, because it is hot, it is likely to be hot, and even though it's a fairly flat course, it does take it out of you. The final part, you run through some of the sort of suburbia, and people are out there with their water hoses, which is pretty cool, but it's a great event, and the atmosphere as you come in is just fantastic. So if you get a chance, try nuts, I'd certainly recommend it. Give it a go. You'll love it. It's an iconic triathlon, and I had an absolute brilliant time.